Hello guys, it's Stephen and Phil here back with another video. And today, because it's International Women's Day, before we take a closer look at some of the Women's World Cup shirts that have been released today, 3 have been dropped by Adidas. It's Germany, Sweden and Spain, and Phil's going to run his esteemed eye over these, aren't you? And offer your verdict. So firstly, if you don't really know, it kicks off on June the 8th, where Germany take on China. So it's going to be a fascinating tournament, isn't it?
It's really exciting because not only is the tournament slated to be quite a good one, there's a lot of teams that could win it. It's an equal playing field. Actually, on the kit front, it's really taken me by surprise because the kits that have come out are really good. They are probably, certainly for Germany anyway, better than the men's equivalent.
I think they actually are.
By a long way.
We'll start then with the Germany shirt. So
Yes.
these are bespoke kits made just for this tournament alone for the women's team, which for one I absolutely love. I love the fact that they do that.
Yep.
And they've done it to a better quality than I actually expected of these kit providers. They put a bit of individuality and creativity into these shirts. And the German one is absolutely stunning. Now just look at this. Where'd you start with this, Phil? It's a very classic take as well on the old design. But it's, to me, do you know when you talk a lot about, oh, you've got an old design here, but I want them to modernise it or do something fresh with it, but reference it, but do it in a classical way. This is that.
Indeed. And the thing about this shirt is, of course, the men's shirt was trying to call back to the 1990 kit, which this kit is also calling back to. However, on the women's side, in many ways, you could say they've done a better job because it's simple things like, for example, the colour is much more evocative of that classic shirt. And the men's shirt, I really liked the men's shirt. It was interesting. It was a contemporary take on that design, but it didn't quite have the same effect as this women's one does. And also, and we talked a lot about Adidas kits and the kind of glitch pattern thing that they've been doing. I really like this interpretation of it.
It's brilliant.
It's really clean. It's that balance between, sort of, quote unquote modern design.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
actually it's still quite, it's quite considered. It's not just a mess of sort of lines.
This could only be made in 2019. It has that effect to it, but it also references it also classically. I love the colours. I love the pattern because it's not a direct rip-off. It's a clever play on it with a modern twist. A genuinely beautiful shirt. I think, to me, I actually prefer this, and that was one of the nicest kits of the World Cup anyway.
Exactly.
So I think they've improved on near perfection and got a genuine classic kit, I reckon.
Yeah, if this shirt was, if you compare it to the shirts last year, it's possibly the best, if not one of the best, which is saying a lot.
Is this like a near 10 on 10, Phil?
Honestly, this is, this is definitely closer to 10 than 9.
The colours.
Look at it, it's great. I mean, the thing is as well, it's such a simple thing, but with the men's shirt, again, I won't go too much into detail, but the problem with that was the pattern. Because of the way shirts are made these days, sadly the sleeves aren't kind of as much a part of the design. And you can see that the men's shirt was kind of trying to go into the sleeves, but couldn't quite make it. This shirt knows exactly what it is. It keeps it within the chest panel, so it doesn't look like it's sort of been cut off abruptly. It looks, to me, just a much better, cleaner design. Just
what a
really
shirt.
Good.
Absolutely,
really
what a shirt. Let us know in the comments what you make of that one. The women's World Cup shirt for Sweden has been announced as well. I've noticed all the Adidas ones are playing along with this kind of slightly kind of like horizontal kind of texture on the shirt. This is another example, and this is another example. It does it really well once again. This has got once again references to like the Mexico shirt, hasn't it? With all that kind of thing.
Exactly. It's got the.
I'm starting to learn now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so it was actually the 94 kit, I think, so USA, but that was. Yes, exactly. A reference to that kit.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, exactly, with the 3 stripes.
Yeah.
Really interesting interpretation. I've not seen a kit like this before. I like it, and really, another unique detail, which I'm sure you've seen, is the numbers on the back, referencing key women that have been inspirational for the Swedish team.
And they get to select them too. Each player gets to choose a bunch of women, and it can be anyone, I think, for what I can gather. Personal, in terms of influential figures. And they get it, put it on there. It's a nice subtle reference, and it's good for the women's game. And this is just another really nice shirt. But I love the centralised logos and crests as well.
Like you say, that helps to call back to that old design, which of course had the central crest. Yeah, really good.
Another fantastic shirt. These are all really nice.
Yeah.
Let's head over to the Spain shirt, which once again. I'm just a big fan of. It's references to the Spain shirt that we saw during the World Cup quite a lot. Yeah. But it has this kind of really subtle kind of take on it, the way it's kind of like faded it and slightly distorted that pattern. They're all referencing like the home kits for the men's teams.
Yeah, indeed.
But they're just, in my opinion, they're improving on them and making them more
what's funny
unique.
about this one, and just as I'm looking at it here, obviously the Germany one, we were saying how good it was to add the colour, but for this shirt,
it's done the opposite.
Yeah, it does the opposite. But I actually prefer it again.
Taking the colour away.
Yeah, and I think for me, again, it's the way that pattern's constructed. Really, really nice. You almost kind of sound wave-esque pattern. I really like that they actually slightly tweaked the colours on the crest. And again, you have to be really kind of eagle-eyed. Slightly different, but with the dark blue navy trim at the top. It's a great shirt. And again, good point about the horizontal lines. That's another feature.
Yeah,
so
it's throughout all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something I've seen much of personally. So it's a nice, even if it becomes just a template for the Women's World Cup, it's a nice addition.
It's a good base. Yeah,
it gives it a bit of a unique feel, and it's something that we haven't seen for at least a long time, but not before, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
These are 3 absolutely excellent shirts, and it's very fitting, obviously, that were announced on International Women's Day. If you want to see us do more women's kit reviews, let us know in the comments below, because there'll be more announced as the tournament closes in. I'm sure we'll be keeping a very keen eye on that all. Anyway, guys, there'll be a video tomorrow or Sunday for the top 10 MLS kits, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a video. I've been Stephen, this is Phil. Let us know in the comments what you make of these shirts, and we'll see you soon.